Well, hello once again on our daily, if not every other day, video uh, designed to encourage you in the midst of some hard times. One of my favorite texts by the Apostle Paul is found in Romans chapter 8, where he says, "The sufferings of this present world aren't worthy of being compared to the glory that shall be revealed in us." And I can remember the first time I read that text, I thought, wait a minute. I can understand comparing suffering with greater suffering or suffering with lesser suffering. But how do you compare suffering with glory? Glory has to do with the weightiness of God, the weightiness of what we will experience when we're finally in glory. So what's he saying here? Suppose you lost $1,000. Would that compare on the negative scale as having found $1,000 or being given $1,000? How do you do that? Listen to what he says. For the sufferings of this present world aren't worth being compared with the glory. Now, if you're a very wealthy person, losing $1,000 or gaining $1,000 doesn't mean a whole lot. But the average person, you gain or lose, you might say losing $1,000 on the negative scale is negative 100. Or being given $1,000 in a surprising way on the positive scale might be a positive 100. But he's saying that the sufferings of the coronavirus and all the anxiety that's causing all the problems isn't even close to being compared with the glory on a positive scale, because the glory is infinite and the virus is finite. And that's why Paul says in 2 Corinthians 4, he says, the sufferings here are momentary, they're light afflictions. Admittedly, I'm not where Paul is, but the more I focus on that which is eternal, the closer I get to where Paul is. So let's try to keep this in proper perspective, and I'll try to do that day after day in trying to encourage you in this as you encourage others. We're all going through this together. I hope you're having a good day. I'll see you tomorrow.